Hello guys, myself Professor Thange Jyoti. Now in Power Electronic, we start lecture number 13 and unit number 2. Unit number 2 is the transistor based device and DC to DC converter. Out of that, this unit first part we learn, that is transistor based device. See, basically your power transistor is classified into four category. First is BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. Second is MOSFET, that is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Then next is SIT, that is static induction transistor, and last one is the IGBT, that is the insulated gate bipolar transistor. Now out of that we have to learn the MOSFET and IGBT. See one by one. First is the power MOSFET. Now what are the features of power MOSFET? Power MOSFET having the features, that is it has low input current, it is a voltage control device, then high switching speed, they do not have the problem of secondary breakdown. These features are overcome by the power BJT. In power BJT, it is a current control device and it is a voltage control device. Then it has the problem of secondary breakdown, and this will be avoided into the power MOSFET. Now there are basically three types of the power MOSFET, that is depletion type power MOSFET, enhancement type MOSFET, and the power MOSFET. Now see its construction diagram. The construction diagram of the power MOSFET is having three terminals: drain, source, and gate. It having the SiO2 layer, that is silicon oxide layer, and metallization layer. Then it also having the body layer and a drift layer. This N minus layer is called as a drift layer. P layer, that is P region, is called body layer. Then insulated layer is present between the terminals and the N plus layer, called as a silicon oxide layer. Then after that metallization layer is there, which is connected directly to the terminals. Now see the symbol. There will be the symbols depend on the N channel MOSFET and P channel MOSFET. Arrow is inside, there will be the N channel MOSFET as shown in figure, and arrow is outside, there is a P channel MOSFET. Both the MOSFET having three terminals: drain, gate, and source. Now see its simplified structure. In its simplified structure, it is a three-layer structure: N plus, P, and N. But here one additional layer is added, that is the N minus drift layer, called as a drift layer. N plus layer, that is which is heavily doped, connected to drain terminal, and also N plus heavily doped layer connected to the source terminal, and P and N's junctions connected to the gate terminal. Now see the construction. Basically power MOSFET are generally enhancement type of MOSFET. In practical purpose we used only enhancement type. Depletion type is not generally used. In order to increase the voltage rating of the drift layer is included, and it is a vertical oriented structure having the four layers. Alternate P and N layer are there to minimize the area of current flow. This P layer is termed as a body layer, N layer is termed as a drift layer, N minus layer, which is lightly doped. It has three terminals: drain, gate, and source. Body terminal is short internally with the source, and gate terminal is connected to semiconductor with the help of oxide layer. Now see its working principle. Its working principle basically divided into two categories. First is formation of depletion region, and second is creation of inversion layer. See, formation of depletion region. In formation of depletion region, we have to connect this gate terminal with the positive voltage and source with the negative voltage. Similarly, drain is connected to the positive of the battery and source is connected to the negative of the battery, and body and source are internally shorted. This is the diagram. Now see, MOSFET is forward biased by connecting drain terminal to positive of the battery and source to the negative of the battery. P region consists large number of holes and few number of electrons. We see here P region consists in P region majority carriers are holes, and in N region majority carriers are electrons are there. Now due to positive voltage applied between gate and source, the electrons are attracted towards the gate and gather near the SiO2 layer and produces the depletion layer. How the depletion layer is produced, see here. Due to this SiO2 layer present here, these holes present there, does not cross the junctions. Means electron attracted towards the positive of the battery but does not cross the junction due to the SiO2 layer. Hence they are depleted near the SiO2 layer, and one layer is formed there called as a depletion region. Now creation of inversion layer. How the inversion layer get created? See here, as shown in figure, all the electrons present in the p region, which are already present in minority forms or in very small amount, electrons are present in the p region. They are gathered near the gate terminal due to the SiO2 layer. Now what happens? Due to this n region, drain is connected to the n and connected to the positive of the battery. Hence this positive is connected to the p region. Hence the holes electrons are attracted towards the battery. Now see what happens. If VGS increases, VGS is nothing but the voltage applied between gate and source, which increases, the electron present near SiO2 layer are gathered and holes present in the p region near the SiO2 layer change its form change from positive to negative, because in p region majority are holes, but this majority are the holes, but one layer is formed in the p region, that is this layer is totally of the electrons, called as a inversion layer. Now, this inversion layer created due to the externally applied VGS, because VGS gate terminal is connected to the positive of the battery. Hence, all the electrons which are present in a minority forms present in the p region are attracted towards the or gathered towards the gate terminal. Hence, one layer is formed called as a inversion layer. This inversion layer forms the channel N plus inversion layer and N plus. Due to that, ID current, that is the drain current, flows from source to drain easily. Now see its VI characteristics. VI characteristics of the power MOSFET are basically divided into three regions, that is cutoff region, then saturation region, and third one is the ohmic region. Now it is the graph of voltage versus current. Voltage is nothing but the voltage present between drain and source, and current, that is the drain current. Now see these characteristics divided into three parts already told: ohmic, saturation, and cutoff. MOSFET acts as a switch in ohmic region and in cutoff region, and when it is present in cutoff region it acts as a off switch, and when it present in the ohmic region it acts as a on switch. Now when the VGS, that is voltage between gate and source, is less than the VGS threshold, that is the gate to source voltage is less than the threshold voltage, then MOSFET is in cutoff region and acts as a open switch, means it is in off condition. When large positive VGS is applied, at that time MOSFET goes into ohmic region and VDS is small. When VGS is greater than VGS threshold, VDS is also increases with VGS, then MOSFET goes into saturation region. Drain current ID is controlled by the voltage between gate and source, hence it is called as a voltage controlled device. As voltage reach to breakover voltage, breakdown will occur, called as a avalanche breakdown. Now see its merits, demerits and application. We also say that advantages, disadvantages and applications. Now see the advantages. First is input resistance is very high, which is basic need of any device. Second is it is a voltage control device, because your voltage is controlled, current is controlled by voltage between gate and source. Third one is the high switching frequency. Fourth one is the secondary breakdown is absent here. Next one, positive temperature coefficient of resistivity, hence have better thermal stability. And last one is the high breakdown voltage due to drift layer. Now its disadvantages, called as the demerits: high on-state power dissipation, it has a symmetric docking capacity, need a special care while handling it, otherwise it get damaged. Now its applications: it is used in frequency inverter, high frequency inverter. Then it is used in SMPS, called as a switch mode power supply. also used in UPS, that is uninterrupted power supply, used in industrial process control. It is also used in motor control applications, display driver, relay driver, and as an power amplifier, etc. This is the your basic point, that is the MOSFET, its construction, working, and application disadvantages, advantages. Now in next lecture we have to learn the IGBT. Okay, thank you.